Okay, folks, the time is now just 20 minutes past 11 a.m. And as you can see, we are at the final stage of the build, completion. You know, keep in mind that this shingle today was just a basic 3-tab package. So you had your standard 15-pound roof felt as an underlayment. You know, we were very fortunate to not have to change a lot of the sheathing. It's been hit or miss. This is the 7th home that we've done right in this neighborhood where you enter on Fernwood, and the next development over where you enter on Stephen Drive. We have 3 homes on Stephen Drive, 2 homes next to each other on Trudy, 1 on George Lane, and now this one. So in all of those builds, it's been about 50-50. No sheathing problems today, happy to report. The only thing that we had to address was the power attic fan that was right about there. And when we removed it, you know, we had to obviously close up that hole, you know, in the back, all along this eave length. If you remember, there was an extended gap. So we had to fabricate drip edge by hand. The standard 3.5, C3.5 that we had wasn't going to cut it. And then the same thing on the front. If you remember, we had that extended gap all along the front. That's now been mended, right? So it is a nailable surface, and then we shored up that lip with another piece of drip going straight across. If you guys remember, there was no metal in the valleys, but that's what the plans called for, so that's what we're getting. You know, I don't know if that was a mistake by the person who assessed the damage and thought that there was, you know, metal, or, you know, if it's mistaken because they think that it's a code upgrade. It's certainly not in this area, I can tell you that. But in any case, the plans called for it, so it's there. This is a full certainty package, as is the case on any signature build. So you have a Swift Start starter shingle as your starting course at the bottom. And then you have this beautiful Landmark Series architectural shingle. And then obviously, since we decked out the entire ridge length with certainteed ridge vent, we have the certainteed shadow ridge caps that extend this whole length. Keep in mind, there was no ventilation previously. Now it's been added throughout the entire ridge length, including this small space here above the dormer. So in all, it was really about a 4.5-hour job. You know, we don't come with a smaller crew because it's a smaller home. We come with the same crew that we used, you know, last Saturday to change 3,300 square feet of roof surface in Williamstown. So fact is, we'll just get done a lot quicker if your home is smaller, and that was the case today. The only thing, we haven't sprayed this pipe because I don't know if that is the preference of the homeowner to have this be white or black. So I will simply ask, you know, the homeowners how they want that painted, and then I will come back to paint that chimney stack. But you can see it's a beautiful day here. Man, it's like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. A beautiful fall day in November. Another beautiful roof put on by the signature team in almost record timing. Look how straight that ridge is, looking right down it. Great job today. So until next time, I believe we'll see you folks in Pennsylvania next week, somewhere in Wayne. So until then, I'm Anthony, and we are Signature Roofing.